Alright, welcome back to the Supercoach and Off channel. In this video we're going to review round 16 of the 2025 AFL Supercoach season. So last of the bye rounds, and it went okay for us with an 1867, although well below the average score, and didn't get a league win, but we did move up 2,000 spots in the ranks, so ranked 41k. And that might almost be a season peak, I think. I'm sure we started off okay. In fact, we might have a look at the history a bit later. But we'll talk about round 16 first. So we had Geordie Clark. 145 from him was fantastic. Pretty much the one sort of defence pick we got right this season. Harry Sheasel with the 60. He's been a bit of a punish this year, if we're being honest. We paid 600k plus. What's he dropped? Yeah, 116k, so lost a bit of value there. Fryer, though, was quite good for the Dogs with a 151. Obviously, only averaging 88 for the season. So it wasn't the right sort of pot option when we pulled that rein. McKercher with a 108's been good since we brought him in. And I guess, just running this budget defence line, we're just going to have to do our best. Callum Mills was a bit flat with a 56. Not too sure the reasoning behind that. But, as you know, with not many trades and not a lot of cash around, there's not a lot we can do. And Tom McCarthy, so another 100 to begin his Supercoach career. So negative 175 break even, which is unreal. If he scores 58, which, would be okay, he'll make 100k in 1 week. If he scores another 100, that sort of pushes up towards a 150 in 1 week. So unreal stuff from him. And I think the gamble is we just run with him as a D6 as long as we can. So Carroll wasn't out this week, but we did get Oscar McDonald. So 38 from him. Sees he bump up 50k. But probably a bit too late for that bit of cash gen, unfortunately, given the lack of trades. In the midfield, we had Butters VC with a 123, and we decided to roll the dice, which worked out okay because we had Dacos with a 131, Andy Brayshaw with an 84, Bontempelli with a 63, so pretty flat from these guys. Clary with a 70. I don't know, we can't expect too much more from him, it would seem, this season. And Nathan O'Driscoll actually losing a bit of cash this week, which wasn't ideal with the 73. And, break even of 50 means that there's probably not a lot more left on the table there. It's probably another one where we were a bit stubborn in holding. It hasn't quite worked out. In the ruck, so Max Gawn, a 90, and Tristan Cherry, a 111. So mixed results there. Up front, we had Luke Jackson with 116. Sean Darcy with the 73 apparently had to play a bit of ruck and got double teamed and all that. So, that's a forgive. Caleb Daniel with the 96. We've got worse performers in our team. And Elijah Hewitt, unfortunately, our F6 for the rest of the year, only cracking 46 this week. We did trade in Butler just for probably the job security if we do need an emergency F7. He scored a 31, and TDK with just the 85 this week. So in terms of head-to-head, Milker's got me by 100 odd. So well done, Adam. He had Connor Rosey get a 150, which is great. George Stewart with a 120 is really nice as well. Dale and Warner close enough to the ton. Petrarca with 104, Dawson with a 112. Rankin again pretty close with a 99, and Rowan Marshall with a 159. So probably Rosie and Marshall costing me in this one. Elsewhere, so a couple of 2000s, so 2087 for KK's All Stars, Katrina's team. So Zach Butters is VC, but didn't go for it. Heaney in the flex with a 144 was massive. Jack McRae with 91's good. Even Sinclair with 89's okay. Like that was probably the lowest score too, 80 or 84 for Brayshaw. So if that's your lowest scoring score, you've done pretty well across the 18. So yeah, Captain Dacos as well. So some good scoring there. Darson Bourne's score fell off, whereas pretty sure they both counted towards mine. Yeah, I only had Elijah Hewitt and Butler drop off in terms of the low scores. So it is what it is. Have a look at who else went well this week, just quickly. So Brody Grundy with a 179. So well done if you got on him a few weeks ago. I swear it was under like 500k, something like that. 504, so pretty close to 500 after the 54. And then from round 9 on has just gone bang, 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 and is now all the way up to 700k. So the renaissance of Brody Grundy, how good. Dan Curtin, so made 200k this year. Well done if you got on him. I think, yeah, what was he, about 150 to start the year? And negative break even still, so 4.6% of the crowd are cheering. Matt Rao scored well again, so definitely in that sort of pod territory for the midfield. Errol Goulden, so back from some sort of injury by the looks of it, and a 146 to go with a 95. So not going to necessarily get away in price, but could be a really nice pod. Not even in 1% of teams at the moment. Gunston and Amon went well for Hawthorn. Few 300k guys there like Larky, Norton, Melksham. So well done if you were in the 1 to 2% on them. Um, but yeah, nothing too out of the ordinary. So in terms of break evens this week, if you're looking to trade, Tom McCarthy, obviously if you don't have him, get on. He is about to make $1 million. Harry Rouston's done all right, although he didn't play this week. Oh, that's right, they're on the bye, so could be one to bring in if you've got the extra sort of bit of money. Archer May will be back this week, you'd imagine, so bottom dollar cheapie. Madden, see if he comes back this week. If he does against GWS, there's a good matchup. Ramsden, so continued his good form with an 87, so he was probably the one to get on over Butler for scoring and cash. Liddy scored a 61, so he's made 50k. But I don't think there's anyone else on the bubble per se. Or Toru, so 163k defender forward. So a handy sort of position if you've got Nick Martin in your team. Um, Hugh Jackson with a 109. So I think his last couple have been pretty good. Did he score last week? I know, so must have been on the bench for a 10. So yeah, the 109 seemingly coming out of nowhere. So well done if you had him. Shanahan played first game for the year with 56. Yeah, Alger on the bubble scored a 62. So a bit scared about how he got a 12 in the first game. Well, I guess he's only just come in, so maybe there's a bit of job security there, not too sure. But I don't think it really matters. With 2 trades to go, I don't think I can do too much this week other than just sit on my hands. Yeah, pretty much already had the team set up the way it's going to look, so we're just going to ride the wave. Obviously, if it comes down to it, we've got O'Driscoll's got a bit of money on his head. We can, downgrade him. You'd probably think it'd be a defender with Carroll, because then McCarthy can cover both mid and defence if needed. Or obviously, there's a few that can do both. it doesn't really help us up front, unfortunately. So yeah, I don't know if anyone's got any ideas, I am open to it because I guess yeah, because we'd really need the third trade, I think, because what you would like to have is Hewitt out, Driscoll to sort of upgrade to another keeper, but then you need the ability to swing Nick Martin back into the defence if needed. But yeah, I don't think it's really worth worrying about. Just having a look at the list. So, a couple people getting on the cheapies like McRae would be nice to get. But yeah, like I said, Hewitt to McRae would be nice. But I mean, do we do it and we just run with no trades for the rest of the year? I don't know what we look at then. So 670. So 500. Leave us with 170k for the. And it'd have to be a midfielder anyway. So these guys are sort of out of it by default. Yeah. Yeah. We'll just leave it for this week. We'll just see how it goes. So captains, vice captains. So VC on Bond to bounce back at Marvel potentially. Thought he played at Marvel on the weekend, didn't do any good. Where was this game? Oh no, it was at SCG. So yeah, 177 last time out. So we'll have a bit of that. And then the captaincy. Don't really. Finn Callahan against West Coast, maybe. Who else? So Gorn against Rob's not ideal. Cherry plays in the first game. DeConning plays pretty early in the second game. Butters against the Lions. Probably not. Frio against Sydney. So I guess it is Thursday, Friday night. So we could just do the Bont into Dacos potentially. Because yeah, I think Dacos scored that at the MCG. So we'll look at his stats. I know I was at Marvel. So a couple of big scores at Marvel recently. Decent at the MCG. Not captaincy worthy, but um, hmm. Bailey Smith against Richmond. Maybe something like that. I guess what have we got to lose? We're pretty far behind, so no need to stress. Oh yeah, so I want to have a look at the history. I'll just have a quick look at that. Um, so what was up in the top 25 there at one stage? Oh no, that's the round ring. Oh yeah, so it snuck into the top 25k there for a while, and then just sunk like a stone leading into the buys. So I'll have a quick look at the trades and see where it all went wrong. So probably didn't help. We started without Bailey Smith. I know that was a big miss. Um, yeah, so bringing in the likes of Garcia, I don't think was very good. Where did we trade him out? What was that when we traded him out? Oh, that's right. Yeah, we brought Stewart in. That was a bit of a bum pick. Yeah, we lost a lot of value on that. Pal Pepper, we sort of got off early and then he went and made some cash, which was a bit flat. So yeah, now, yeah, so he made about 150. Um, oh, yeah, so we just got out of the Garcia pick, so that probably wasn't a loss. Yeah, Will Day, I think he was injured, so that's fine. So I traded out Sam to Conning, that's right. So I guess a lot of it was just the ordinary picks from the start, like Fryer didn't really work out. Lindsay went well, made us a bit of cash. Boss, to be fair, was good. Merrick was good for a bit. Humphrey was probably the wrong pick. Um, so, yeah, Saligo, that was a bit of a pot move that didn't work out. So, Cleary, oh yeah, the Sydney guy, he went alright. Gross didn't really work out. Hall didn't work out as a cheapie. Carroll for 99, that's alright. So we traded Flynn back in. So we wasted 3 trades on that Flynn. That's probably not ideal. Paid 600 for day cost. So we did pay up for quite a few guys, like Butters and Bont. So yeah, Bont's lost 100k in value. Butters has lost about 100 in value. So that definitely wasn't the right move. Just got to be more patient with those picks. I think Gorn's lost value. So yeah, we've bought a lot of these guys at their peak. Bailey Smith, is a bit more expensive now, but he started at 300k, so cost ourselves 250k there. I mean, McRae went all right. Horn Francis went all right. Chera we traded out early. Philippou was a bum pick. So just looking at it, lots of dumb moves. Well, there's always next year, they say. But enough of that. We'll wrap the video up there. So as always, if you've got any questions, comments, thoughts, feel free to add them below this video as I've shrunk away from the camera. Give us a like if you enjoy the AFL content. Subscribe for all the fantasy sports content on the channel. And other than that, we'll catch you in the next one.